Warning. Elements of real-world religion are used in this podcast to serve the purposes of a work of fiction. They are to drive the drama forward and are not intended to be taken as a statement of opinion by the players. Thank you for listening.
And just to finish off what I was saying for the recap, at least for Levi's sake, when I was brought down, I got a big gash across my face, and it ripped out a contact I was wearing. Those ridiculously piercing eyes of his were in fact just contacts revealing orbs of blackness.
So that's where we begin.
And he just got put a disguise kit, put a new one back in, and lay on hands his wounds. And he's just saying like, oh, "That's good as new." And he confessed that he had been touched by the people who bore these crosses with the serpent around the cross like that. And beyond that, he remained pretty tight-lipped, and he said, "Well, as for what you may have seen just now, let's not ruin a good thing, shall we?"
So this happens, and you all see it. As I recall, everyone saw it. Those of you who had hit points, which I think you healed first before he went to go fix himself. And you see this happen as you're rifling through the contents of his chest, and Doc is pulling stuff out, like dynamite over here. Actually, Temperance is the one going through it. Dynamite's over here, hands that to Doc. Here's this letter. This looks important. This is some sort of bizarre thaumaturgical diagram that's going to go in the trash. Like lots of stuff like that.
What is it?
Definitely not important at all.
I mean, pocket that thing.
Would I recognize that kind of thing?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Can I do that too?
Yes, please.
Yeah, not enough. Just a 9.
Ooh, that's going to be a bag of shit. That's going to be a 7.
We're getting our bad rules out of the way. It's okay.
Nope, this,
That looks bad.
Oh, we haven't taken a long rest. I was going to tell you, don't forget your portents.
Yes, have we long rested?
Not yet.
Yeah, he'll just look at the guy depicted like, oh well, he's a looker.
That's some creepy stuff right there. I don't remember seeing any of that where I was.
So what kind of treasures have we found here?
Jed had given a little speech, and I'm not going to try to recreate it here, but regarding Guthrie.
You went to bat about killing Guthrie.
Yeah, and you and I swore a spit handshake to, we're going to get this guy and watch each other's backs.
Yeah.
And be buddies.
It's a buddy cop movie.
Yeah, it's the part of the buddy cop movie where the two guys who hate each other finally agree to be buddy cops.
You have to share a condo in Denver.
Better than sharing a condom in Denver.
Even worse.
One should never share one of those.
Or sharing a condom with John Denver.
John Denver. So,
He's been dead a long time. That would be really wrong.
all right.
He doesn't need it now. He can share all he wants.
Yeah, so while I'm patching myself up, I'll just look at what we have here and just ask the party what we found, what spoils from our incursion have we yielded.
Well, we got this,
Did you kill the man who was fighting me?
I did. You're welcome.
No, it's fine. We just may have been... I've said it before. Maybe a good idea to keep some people alive.
Well, you don't seem too intent on keeping yourself alive, Mr. Williams.
I was keeping them off the field. I was trying to help the group as I have been since the beginning. But go on. Tell us what we have. No point in second guessing at this point.
Well, we got this letter that I will not read again.
I do recall you have a lovely voice.
A schedule of the trains coming in and out with a particular one circled. Sounds important. Is it photograph this
It's a photo,
time?
yeah.
A photograph. I believe that was referenced in the letter.
That makes it very easy.
I believe this is our man. With a note. Could he be the sword? Follow up. Sighted last in Wayne County. Francis.
Well, as I discussed with Jedediah, that is our next destination then. Is everybody alright? Any lingering wounds from the battle?
Nothing that time won't fix.
Alright, Gideon, you alright?
I'm okay.
He also had a skeleton key in his box,
Okay.
which we will be.
He nudges me with the dynamite.
Yes. Thank you for that.
By the way.
For our listeners, that's what this is called.
With the dynamite.
I did forget the skeleton key.
Leave that with the
I have an extra.
one
I have
responsible
5
person.
extra.
Are you hurt, Miss
I
Temperance?
do
You
enjoy your
okay?
turn of phrase, Doc.
Nah, Gideon, alright. Don't you worry.
Okay.
It also seems that our friend here had, well, a little bit of spending money.
Well, how lovely.
Ours now.
What's our split
Nice to
then?
have money.
Here comes road math.
Temperance, just take my share.
I will.
And I can then consider our debt paid.
Yes, I shall do that.
I'm a putz and I forgot the.
I believe everyone else is saying, and I'm pretty sure it's true, $500 worth of gems and coins. They'll need to be fenced. They're not immediately liquidated for spending money.
We can still
But-
carry them. And
Yes, you can carry them, and if you want to divvy them up now, it'll be about $100 a person, $200 for Temperance, 0 for Levi.
Alright, so I'm gonna put
well, I
$100 down.
owed
Just
Temperance
so-
said she owes me
so I
$50.
know it's not spending
Yeah.
money.
60.
60. So that's
Circle, put an F next to it so you need to fence it.
that's 60 for you, and then I already paid you, right, Jedediah?
Yeah.
He
Although-
bought most of the horses.
Yeah, the money went right into horses. Which, speaking of which, were there any horses by this
Most of
tent?
my money went to the horses.
There was a single horse.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
it better than the
I'm
work horses? that
practicing
are already?
charity
Yeah,
today
it's
as
a
well.
proper riding horse.
Yes, take. Put the rest of my share towards the party loot. Spend whatever expenses we may have.
Mr. Williams, leave that, what is your name?
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Both of those are my name.
Ralph, Rupert, Rutabaga. What is your
Each
name?
one more beautiful than the last.
Charity is back in Hope's Landing. If you want to practice with Charity, we have a long way to go.
I do not. Let's focus on what's at hand.
Put this over here so I don't drink more liquor. There you go, Leslie.
Where's the little map again? Or the tight angle map?
The zoomed in, I think it's still on that side of the table somewhere, actually.
Do one of you guys have the map?
No,
Never mind.
For
Here's
after
the
what
full-size map right here.
during the course of this scene, Levi's seems much colder than usual.
Jed's noticeably distant, although after what he told you all last time, it's probably
He has is understandable.
Hope's Landing is on the way to Wayne County. I say we square up with Celestino, Andreas, and book passage.
I'd like to ask Mr. Andreas a few questions myself, given that this was supposed to be a relatively easy job.
Well, this did have a good payout. What are we going to do with the bodies?
Pile them in the middle, tear the tent down, burn the whole mess.
Beginning to see a pattern here, Jedediah.
It's worked out so far.
We'll get to it.
While it's burning, I feel Gideon needs to turn to Doc and say, "You think this is our calling card? Setting fire to things,
Leaving
and
everyone
leaving-
we've killed
yeah.
in their domicile on fire.
I'm okay with that.
You're
I
right.
just kind of think that
Well, next time
I
we
feel like we might be. This might be construed as a sign that we've been here.
yeah. I mean, we're leaving a bit of a trail.
Yeah.
Well, next time we'll freeze them just to throw them off.
Oh, good God.
And the time after that, we'll flood the area.
And Levi does say that as a joke. And if Temperance says that too, he chuckles.
All right. Just out of curiosity, when you are going back to town, there's that one horse that you picked up. It's a proper riding horse that was tethered here. You think they might have had another horse at one point, but they probably hit it on the ass, let it ride away. When there was revealed there were gunmen inside of their camp. Who is riding what, and what general like party order are you in? Who's next to whom?
I'm riding one of the horses myself. I'll be. Is it
Well,
terrain?
you had a horse.
You have your own horse.
That's what I'm saying. I'm riding my horse. Is it such terrain that we need to go single file?
Not single file, like a loose group. You could probably the trail is one of those things that's very narrow and maybe would be better going single file, but it is still like the trees are not so close that you couldn't go 3, 4, 5 abreast.
When it makes more sense for me to be in the single file just for ease of the horses traversing the terrain, I'll do that. But anytime it's a more like open area, I'm gonna actually kind of like ride like to the right of everyone by about maybe 20 meters and back a little, just as kind of a
as the sort of flanker.
as like a sentinel area. Yeah.
Cool.
This is the old west. We ain't got no metric system there, Doc.
This is America.
This is America.
Yeah, really. We won the revolution with Imperial units, okay?
All right, so I know where Doc is in relation to the group.
Put 3 feet of musket up your ass.
I'm only 10.
I will ride. I'll take the rear. We'll put the 2 fighters on either end of the party. That seems to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'll tether that spare horse. Because can you ride a full-size horse?
I'm probably a bit small still.
Seems right?
He could ride one. As to whether he could control one, that's a little tougher.
You're always welcome to ride with me, kid. Like, I don't mind.
All right.
We can talk philosophies and things.
And if I go through 6 rounds, you can pull the other gun off my back and hand it to me.
10 rounds. That's a Winchester, right?
6.
Is it 6?
6 plus 1.
Levi will be studying this little script here.
Pistol caliber
Script, rather.
carbines usually run 10 in a magazine. The rifles were about 6.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
My dear riding companions, does the name Astaroth mean anything to you?
Arcana check for those who are trained.
23.
That definitely means something to you. That is, it's
Good or bad?
Very bad. Very, very
I
bad.
thought so. I think that's bad.
Okay.
I'm parsing out this script here a bit, and that name really stands out. In fact, it is underlined. Well, this fella doesn't look bad. Most of it, though, it's beyond my ability to translate, and I do know a couple of strange languages. Would Draconic or Abyssal meet the standards of any of these?
You actually pick up some of the script from your knowledge of Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get, like, words and meanings and such, but, like, the actual text itself, the letters are consistent with things you've seen before.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Be similar, but not quite enough for me to interpret.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like it's the exact language, but it uses the same script.
Mm-hmm.
Who's writing point?
Oh, actually, if you're not.
Kind of like...
The two of you are sort of flanking in the rear from what I heard before.
Well, he's sort of like off. He's sort of like
he's veered off from
I can be.
flanker.
I'm heavily armored, so I can be up front.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like offline so I can get a good shot at anything that tries to come at us.
Smart.
How many?
Wow. Look at that shit.
That's an 11. Actually, no, that's 2 ones on different dice. Ben, your dice are broken.
Good.
Nope.
Unless you're queuing up
yakety
yakety sax, it's the wrong track.
Keystone Cops over.
I forgot to put the song I want in my playlist.
No, that was damn
How many?
fool of you.
Yeah,
How
it
many
was.
horses do we have? Do we have enough for all of us to?
We have 5. We have
Yeah, we can't do
his.
enough.
We have 3 workhorses that we purchased, and now we have the
we have a
5th
spare.
that we just picked up.
Okay,
Which is why I was asking if he could ride a horse, because we could all ride one, but he really can't control a
great.
horse.
So it's probably the 3 of you, and then
That'll
me
do it.
and Gideon.
Or Gideon's
I
riding.
was riding
Gideon
with
ride with Doc.
Gideon's
He's
riding
sort of.
with
He,
Doc. Okay.
He's not a mama's boy anymore.
Yeah.
He's out from under your skirts.
God
You
damn
guys
it.
are always doing the flirting, and it's just really kind of creepy.
Alright, you creepy bastards. Your camaraderie and bravery is interrupted by the sound of a rifle issuing a bullet.
Kaboom!
I don't let it hit me.
It doesn't hit you. In fact, it goes right over Levi's shoulder, somehow missing him in a way that seems almost supernatural. Initiative rolls for everybody who's not. Sorry.
Damn, girl.
We'll come to you soon.
For everyone who's actually here.
Damn, girl, jumping in this quick.
It's Nicole attacking us, maybe.
Yes.
Shit. I got a 12.
Sidebar, I'll need that skeleton.
Jay got a
back.
19.
is my house speed.
Okay, here you go.
Levi. That was impressive.
Well, now it's gone forever.
Destroyed by the Empire.
You turd. I love
Many
it.
boffins died to bring us this
give
initiative
you-
roll.
17.
Wow. All right, Doc.
10.
Wow. Temperance and Doc. Who's getting the better dexterity mod? 3-3?
I think when I don't know how you run it, but in 5th Ed, when you have the same players have the same initiative, they can choose who goes every
Yeah, I
round.
think I'm
Yeah,
fine with that.
Talk amongst
But
yourselves.
however you want to run it, obviously.
Yep, no, I'm cool with either way.
If we share an initiative step.
I like Dex mod as a tiebreaker, but since it's still tied, whoever wants to be the initiative first will be. Whereas the Villanos are going to go after Gideon.
What?
No, after you in initiative order, not they're
Oh,
not going after you.
They immediately shoot a child.
You're a kid. You're
That does
eating
make them
chickens.
villains
That's the
by
biggest
definition.
threat on the board.
Alright, you're riding down the path, and this rifle bullet goes right over Levi's shoulder, embeds itself in a tree behind you on the trail. To give you an idea of what you're surrounded by, you're on a downward slope. It's pretty gradual, about maybe this cut, so your horses are having to like tiptoe a little bit down the slope. And there's dense foliage on either side of the path, and the rifle bullet came from behind one of the trees. And now that you're here in the woods and you can see that this rifle bullet is issued, Jedediah, who is never surprised, actually sees that there are multiple combatants hiding behind the trees. They appear to have set an ambush party for you.
Excellent.
Favorite
And,
kind of party.
Because Jedediah is also first in the initiative order, that means he gets a chance to react. And at a quick glance, you count at least 4 ambushers.
Okay. Do I have a clear line of sight at any of them?
Not clear on any of them, but you could wing one pretty easily.
Okay. I'm going to take a shot at one. Bonus action to draw my revolver.
Yep.
Regular action to shoot at whichever one I think I have the best shot at.
Sure.
Ben,
we're still level 2, right?
Yep.
And that is likely going to hit. That is a 22.
That'll hit for sure.
We have a short rest before we left?
No, actually.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
That will be
We got none.
6 points of damage.
Whew, big hit. Okay.
And then I am going to use my movement to jump off my horse and grab some cover behind a tree.
Okay. Give me an animal handling to see if your horse reacts poorly to being de-ridered and guns going off.
11?
Yeah, this horse is about to boogie.
Okay. We'll deal with that after I'm done being shot at.
Gideon, you see that Jedediah all of a sudden responds. It's like almost immediate. Like the rifle bullet goes by, and before you have a moment to rationalize what just happened, Jedediah's got a gun out and he's off the horse.
Okay. I kind of freak out, and I basically cast a minor illusion around myself to look like a burlap bag or something hiding on his back.
Hiding on Doc's
He's
horse.
on my horse, guy.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but burlap sacks here.
Yep.
Cool.
A boy lap bag.
I mean, it's a minor illusion. It's a
Ooh,
cantrip.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of adrenaline.
It's a reaction.
Trying to diagnose an illusion is another thing they're going to do with that much adrenaline in their bodies, so I think that'll work just fine. In the meantime, though, there are still multiple combatants. Jedediah
And
has...
I'll shout out a
de-forced
warning
himself.
to him. It's probably irrelevant at this point, but I do it anyway.
All right. We're going to take 2 pot shots at Levi. 19 and 10.
10 misses, 19 hits.
8 points of piercing damage.
Alright, still up.
2 shots at Jedediah.
I have some cover.
At 2 oh my god.
That 2 to my god.
Nope. Check it out.
1 and 1.
That's twice in 3 rolls.
Gun jam?
Yeah, it's a pair of 1s. He goes to click and it's a back blast.
Oh!
He didn't actually clean out the rifle chamber well enough, and just like a bulk load of black powder erupts in his face, and he's coughing up soot and seems to have singed his eyebrows off.
Outstanding. I love that. Everything
It also sort of brightly illuminates the area around you for a moment, and so you have a really good idea where he is. They didn't do as great as they thought they were going to do. Levi, you are up, and you have taken a shot.
Yes, I have. So I will...
Take a shot.
Well, I can't see them yet, can I?
Well, this one guy is brightly illuminated against the backdrop of the evening in the forest.
The powder flash is
From
going
the
off
powder
around
flash going out from the back end of the gun.
Okay. Is there a place I can get up, dismount, and take cover?
Absolutely. There's trees on both sides of the path.
Cool. I will have to do that, or at least get my mount behind cover. Either way is fine, and I will just take. I will just go full defense, dodge action.
Cool.
Shield out and everything.
All right. Doc Blythe.
So you said we did not have
No short rest.
Okay.
I am because we're idiots.
I'm going to shoot the guy that is illuminated.
We were busy burning stuff.
You have advantage. He's currently blinded.
Okay, I will
It's the
sharpshooter him.
Okay.
Remember, I ignore his cover.
Yep.
That is a 23 to hit.
That hits him almost twice. It's 1 point short of hitting him twice.
Almost
Neat.
twice.
I have the dice with the right sides. There it is. So that is 18 points of damage, piercing damage.
Yeah, he reacts like he's reeling from the backblast of the gun, and the bullet goes right through the forehead, and he just spins down into the dirt. That's a good shot.
Did we have to wheel around to face these guys? Or
No,
were they
this is
ahead
on
of
your
us?
path back. They set the ambush for where you were going
No.
to ride to return to town.
But did he have to? Did they attack us after we passed, and so he has to wheel around?
Oh, no, they're in front of you.
Okay.
They're in front of you. They're trying to separate you from the town. Okay, so that guy's super dead. Temperance.
I get my horse off the path and sort of stop it short behind a tree or whatever. And they're popping out of behind the trees, right?
Yep.
Take a shot at one of them.
Okay. They've got cover, so they're going to have +5 to their AC. Gives them AC 17.
Okay, this will be fun.
Fancy.
That is actually big enough to hit a man at AC 17.
21.
That's
Suck it.
pretty good.
That man can have 7 points of damage.
The man who was shot by Jed gets winged in the gut by Jed, hit in the top of the shoulder by you, and just the blood loss causes him to expire. He's still breathing his last in the dirt, but he's a non-combatant.
He dies like propped up against a tree.
He's trying to pull the gun up, but he doesn't have the strength in his arms. Jedediah.
So 2 have died,
2 have died.
meaning that 2 I know of are still up.
Yep.
Alright.
It's
Can I
dark
see-
at this point. It's evening hours.
Can I see any of them?
Not from your current location. Well, give me a perception check. Active perception check.
I don't think I'm trained. No. 14?
Actually, yeah. You can see the outlines of both. Disadvantage if you want to shoot them, unless you're right up on.
Can I instead try to make an intimidation check?
You may certainly try whatever you wish.
You do you, boo.
Alright, I'm going to try for the intimidation check. Why not?
Alright.
Alright, so just to be on the safe side, I'm sort of like peeking out from behind cover. I'm lining up on whichever one I think I have the best shot at. But I'm going to shout out across the trail at him. 2 of you's already dead. Rest of you can live through this if you throw down your guns.
Give me a check with disadvantage.
I apparently still have inspiration. Can I use that to negate the
Cancel it? You
disadvantage?
sure can. Hell yeah, you can.
I will do that then. Nat 20.
Alright. You see 2 guns.
I get a round of golf claps from the room. That's awesome. I've never felt like a bigger man.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah, you see 2 guns get thrown into the trail, and you can hear people running in different directions. The trail appears to be clear, but you can still hear gunshots and calamity going on. It sounds like the ambush continues. Your trail that you're currently riding is going to go right through the center of the town of Fortune, unless you want to skirt it by going through some pretty dense foliage.
I mean,
Jed,
the character says it's probably smarter to avoid the town. Brian, the player, says, let's kill everybody in that town and burn it to the
What
ground.
do you mean by the ambush continues? Is there other people ambushing people who aren't us?
They are, like, you can hear gunshots from people who are clearly out of range aiming at you.
I think I scared away the
okay.
2 that are I could see.
So there are more dudes.
Yeah, there's a lot more dudes.
Are
in
they out
fact.
of my range?
Out of
600
yours?
feet.
Excuse me.
If you could see them clearly, then absolutely not. You can hit them no problem. But it's
Can I see
nighttime.
them?
It's covered by lots of foliage.
Is that a disadvantaged perception check?
It's a regular perception check, DC 18.
Neat.
Can I help in any way? Because I have dark vision.
No, because your dark vision only extends to 60 feet.
I got 8 of it. I need the other 10 somewhere.
All right, well...
I left the other 10 on the
Yeah,
table.
you can see like muzzle flashes and stuff, but it's
we
clear
can't-
that there's more than 4 people who are here to kill you.
Can we have a brief exchange?
Sure.
Verbally? Let's get moving. Faster.
Where are we going?
Away from here. Away from the town. It's compromised.
So I guess we skirt around the town.
All right.
I agree with Mr. Williams.
Okay.
Is the spare horse hanging around? Because I only rolled for my horse.
If you remember that 2 of you had to share horses before.
No, only one of us did.
We had 3 horses on the way in.
It was
Three horses.
No, we had
She
4
and-
horses
she
on
and
the way
Gideon.
in.
We had 4
We bought
horses on the way in.
we bought 3.
Oh, right. And I
And
had
he
mine.
had 1.
Yeah, that's
So we had 4. We had 5
Yeah.
when we left the tabernacle.
Yep.
Props
You
to
can grab the 5th horse.
All right, I grabbed the 5th horse. It's mine bolted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spare horse.
I'll ride
That's
that
its
horse
name,
bareback.
spare horse.
Yeah, its name's a spare. It's called
Sparius.
Spare. Sparius.
Oh, I thought you just said his name was Bareback.
Spareback.
No, I'm riding him bareback.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's usually Temperance's jam.
There's a lot of euphemisms.
Yeah, welcome to D&D.
Oh, gross. All right.
Bunch of sexually repressed
Oh, just
nerds.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sexually impressed nerds.
Josh tells it like it
Easily
is.
sexually impressed.
All right, so you're trying to skirt around the town going through the wood line.
Suppose.
All right. Animal handling for this difficult maneuvering through the trees.
Why aren't you a ranger yet?
Are we all?
Working on it. I need more XP.
We,
If only you had a ranger in your party. I mean, just saying.
are we all rolling that? Animal handling?
Yep.
I got a 6.
Anyone who's actually in control of the horse. Gideon's just riding the back of a horse. He doesn't have to.
13.
10.
So maybe Gideon can assist
This
her.
many.
6.
Hey, Gideon can maybe assist her.
Only if I'm in 5 feet of her, because I'm on his horse.
Oh, never mind.
All right. As you are riding in through the wood line, it appears that they have anticipated this move, and they're starting to shift their forces of gunmen out into the road.
Actually, do I need to make an... Oh, yeah, I said I was getting on that
Not
horse.
the road. Road is not the word. The path.
Yeah,
The,
okay.
the sort of...
Trail.
Yeah. It's not even a great trail. It's not obviously a horse trail. This is like a foot trail. It's a little narrow
Like an
for
animal
horses.
run kind of thing?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking narrow, and it's rocky and sort of slightly sideways terrain kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Where like the horse's right hooves are way lower than the ones on the left, and it's sort of straddling it. And it's very uncomfortable and awkward for the horse, and for those of you, which is all of you, who don't manage your animal very well in this case.
I got a 13. That's pretty good.
It's not great.
You're not great.
I'm not impressed.
You're the worst horse, Ben.
Hey, you know what? I would roll higher than a 13.
Wait, would you?
I've,
Yeah, you
I've-
rolled- you
I've
rolled
seen you
double
roll
ones.
4 consecutive ones. So.
That's a 5, actually. I would have fucked it up.
Alright, there you go.
Carry on.
Can do.
My waywards.
No, shut up.
So, I think it would normally be my turn next. I think I'm next in the order after you. Is that right?
You are after Jedediah on the initiative, yeah.
So, if it's
I'm
my
concerned,
go,
Brian.
I'm going to actually try to use my minor illusion again
Mhm.
to sort of make it look like we didn't go this way.
Okay.
An illusion of the trees not moving or something.
Very
Keep
sorry
that thought
to
in
get
mind.
this one.
There is, so if ever you want to try to counter it, it's an
It's really
intelligence, it's an investigation check against my DC for those bad guys.
Currently, I'm actually going to call it a type of skill challenge.
Oh, delightful.
Whereupon you are trying to escape this ambushed party at Fortune. We're going to do 2 rounds of skill challenge. We're going to start with you because you already have a plan. And it sounds to me if we're applying a skill to this bit of illusion magic you're trying to craft, that skill would be appropriately called Arcana.
Yeah, I can do that. That's going to be 20, non-natural, non-natural 20.
All right, that
It's
is
got
one
MSG.
big-time success. Wow,
She's got a natural 20s.
jeepers.
Damn.
Yeah, you'll fit right in.
Natural.
All right. So yes, this is what occurs. You see that. Well, those of you who are paying attention to Gideon, which is nobody, sees that Gideon is obscuring your path from those who are trying to ambush you.
And I
making it
don't
more
notice
difficult.
because you're sitting behind me.
Yeah. Who would like to act next?
I'll go. I'm actually going to. We're moving at like a slow walk, right? This isn't.
Yeah, because the horses are having a lot of trouble with this.
Alright, so I'm gonna jump off the horse, just scoop up a handful of stones, and throw them in another direction. And try to use deception
I like
to make some sound over there, so it may slow them down or something like that.
Okay, sounds good.
Can I assist him with that?
Only if you want to use your entire turn for it, which is eating a failure for no reason.
Okay.
You got 13 then.
Okay.
deceive them.
To decept.
Yeah, you throw a handful of loose stones, probably closer to the town, to get them to think you're not as far out as you are.
And then I'll just hop back up onto the
And-
horse.
Hold that thought for 1 sec. You're rewarded for your efforts with the sound of gunfire, blasting the
shooting
spot
towards
where
the
stones were. Yeah,
Neat, I'll take it.
it sounds like you've actually done some good work, and you can hear someone yelling furiously at them in Spanish. It sounds like a female voice.
Juanita.
Fucking Juanita.
God damn it.
Really? Oh, what up?
I'd like to play off of what he just did. Levi will just change his voice a little bit. Everybody, they're over here! Deception.
Nice.
Crit.
Whoa!
Wow!
25, another 25 deception.
I'm refraining from making the air horn noise anymore. But
So-
Thanks.
it started here.
Crush the heretics!
Nice.
Heretics?
Ugh.
They got some weird things they say down in the south.
You may have my jugs.
Your jugs and Paul's knobs.
And don't forget, you offered me a sack of nuts earlier in the.
Oh, that's true.
early
That's the
evening.
name of our tavern, the Jug and Knob.
The jug and knob.
Wow, that's pretty good. I drink there.
If we ever open
Or
our-
really anywhere.
If you ever open our own establishment, that's the name.
Jug and knob.
It can be a bar and brothel, the Jug and Knob.
I can go next if nobody has any objections.
I have a plan that you may shoot down.
Why don't we shoot down your plan first?
Roll to attack her plan.
I want
She gets
to
the idea, Bubble, and you pop it with a gun.
No, that's
makes a
not.
whoopee cushion noise. I want to use my acrobatics check to sort of redistribute my weight on the horse and make it a little bit easier to.
So you're not really controlling the horse. You're trying to just make the horse's life easier.
Yes.
All right. It's going to be a very high DC, but I'm going to let you try it. That's fucking huge.
That is.
I've noticed that temperance is very binary. You either roll low single digits or you knock it out of the park.
Yeah,
There's
so
really no
29.
middle
Her
ground.
murder also works the same way.
Yeah.
I noticed. Yeah.
29.
It's either whiff or he's dead in one shot.
It's a new record.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a new record. We decided that last session.
Oh yeah, you were
29
28. You were
acrobatics,
28.
I was 28.
29. Very
I gotta
good.
find my
Well done.
friggin' chuck.
While you're doing that, I'd like to remind the table of a mechanical thing that we did last session. Your hit point modifier.
Yes.
Your base level 1 hit points are your actual health
Yeah.
pool,
Yeah.
and everything else is just sort of like hero points.
Yeah.
Ooh, the bullet went through my jacket on the
Yeah,
side.
or
I
hit
was
the
like,
wall
oh,
next to my
damn, that
face.
was
Yeah.
Or just reflecting the energy spent in the battle.
Yeah.
By the way, I made a mistake last time, Ben.
Yes?
I was casting ritual spells. Paladins don't have ritual caster.
Very
Very sorry about that. It was just detect poison and disease.
I
nothing
forgive you.
big,
Reverse air horn noise.
The feast is ruined.
My day is
I love that. I love that so much. All right, what was the skill again?
It just sounds like a vuvuzela.
my day is ruined, and my disappointment is immeasurable.
Acrobatics 29. New high score. You get inspiration.
Ding 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 ding.
But you're out of badges. I almost bought a Mickey Sheriff's badge.
That would've been great.
I know, I should have gotten it.
Alright, Gideon, they haven't gone yet.
Alright, so may I roll animal handling again as a skill for the skill challenge?
Yes, DC is going to be 15.
Okay. Then basically I'm just trying to get control of my horse as it's trying to buck me off.
Buck horseman.
And that's probably going to do it. That's 21.
That'll do it. Yep, you managed to retain control of the horse. Now, Temperance is scooting along very quickly on the horse because of her body control. The horse is basically panicked. It's trying to run. She's trying to let it panic. Yours is a much more...
She's used to having unruly beasts underneath her.
panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chunk's
panicking.
duster. Yes, they jizz themselves to death.
Oh no.
That's a good way to go.
Is it?
You'll
Yeah.
never get saddle sore after sleeping with Chunk's Duster, I tell you what.
Chunks duster.
I like how you followed that up with a Hank Hill, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
Love
so
us.
she scoots along very quickly on the horse just by letting the horse panic and go where it wants to go. You, on the other hand, this is a much more controlled but aggressive trot down the sort of weird winding path that goes around the town of Fortune. The two of you are scooting far ahead of the group at this point, and you are leaving the other three behind you. We're going to go to round 2 of Yonder Skill Challenge. Who would like to go first?
So, I would like to try to decode their plan of attack, either with insight or investigation, one or the other, and just try
Insight
to see
seems
direction are
appropriate.
they coming from, blah blah blah. Maybe they're flank left, flank right. Who the hell knows? Insight is what you want.
Insight's appropriate.
That's going to be a 16.
So actually, surprisingly effectively, because again, who listens to the 8-year-old kid, right? The 8-year-old kid usually goes unheard, but in this case, the information that you're feeding to Doc, specifically being on the back of Doc's horse, is actually really useful. And so when it comes time for Doc to make a skill check, he'll be rolling.
They're expecting us to stay in the ravine. I think we should go higher. We'll probably have a better chance of escape.
Are any of them getting like close to us?
Some of them are nearing you at this point. Yeah, the danger is real.
So I'm gonna say to them, I'd back off, son, or I'm gonna put a big hole where your mouth used to be
Ah!
and intimidate them
Nice.
with a 21.
Oh yeah, that's gonna scare the shit out of some of
Nice.
these guys.
Just like one hand on the bridle, one hand on the Winchester, aiming behind us as we're trotting at this
Nice.
guy while I stare him down.
I guess I'm ducking.
No, you know you roll. You're like, support the barrel.
Oh God!
You're a human tripod.
I burn my hands.
You're that little kid in the last Hobbit movie where they balance the arrow on his shoulder.
I'm just gonna teach you.
Never mention that movie to me again. That movie is dead to me.
No, it's gonna be like Terminator 2. I'm gonna have you
Yeah,
cocking the
much
gun
better.
behind me while I'm
That's
while
much
I'm riding the
better.
horse shooting them.
Nice. All right, we got 3 more.
We're going through the woods, huh?
Yep.
Any serpents in view?
Give me a nature check. Very high DC.
Is that part
It's
of
not
the
gonna be part of your. No, this is
Alright.
just for me.
All right, just for you, Ben. I got a 12.
Not high enough for serpents. Nope.
That's
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. I will. All right.
I'll let you
I-
spend inspiration to have there be serpents nearby.
No, it's fine. I will. I feel like I need to get my inspiration reduced for different things.
What else you good at?
Sleight of hand, religion,
I stole them.
persuasion. I'll
Just
steal-
steal those servants.
I can steal their hearts.
Pick the horse's pockets.
Use religion.
No, I mean I could maybe set up.
say a prayer to get us out of
Maybe
this.
I could set up a makeshift trap in the forest,
You can try setting a trap.
or like pull some vines down or some such, to the point where they catch some of the riders in the way.
Okay.
Best I can do. 6. Yeah, I don't have enough time to do it.
Yeah.
But since they're being pursued, fuck it, inspiration. Here we go. 17.
All right. Yeah. You believe that you have set at least an appropriate impediment. Maybe not properly trap,
Not really like a snare, but
but it's an
an
impediment.
annoyance.
Yeah.
Can I go next?
Yes, you can.
All right. So, having come from a background of sneaking through the woods and ambushing and trapping people, I sort of get a feel for what Levi's doing. And I think that's a great idea. Now that my horse is under control, I kind of want to just let it go off on its canter. And I'm going to hole up behind some trees and wait for, maybe they're not going to fall into this trap, but they'll have to slow down to circumvent it. And that's when I'm going to open fire and start ambushing them. So I'm going to hop off and use stealth, which I'm not trained in, to try and hide behind some trees and wait to ambush them. Ambush the ambushers. Oh. Not good. 6.
All right. I'm going to come back to you. Temperance.
I am going to use performance and try to throw my voice far off the trail. And
Nice.
Clever.
but not with that.
No, with that one.
Told you, man.
Yeah, use that inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspo.
Inspo.
Not inspo.
Oh,
Well,
that's
a little better.
slightly
Perspiration.
better. That is. That's a 14.
Oh.
Wow.
Pretty good, actually.
You could perform with the best of them.
Yeah.
That's your Yelp review.
Everybody's eager to get the fuck out of Fortune, right?
Seems that way, except
Yeah.
for Jed who just hopped off his horse.
Yep.
He'll catch up.
Yeah.
He'll do.
If
Hey,
I'm-
Mr. Blackburn, he's as stealthy as a bag of wet cement, I tell you.
Well, Jedediah was also well ahead of most of the group at this time.
Yeah, I was.
You get off your
That was
horse.
pretty good.
You to stage your ambush, and then cutscene-wise, you don't see this, but from about 400 feet away is a woman in a white dress who cocks the back of the rifle, points it, and shoots her horse in the head.
Ooh. That horse was worth some money.
The one that he is not currently riding.
That was spare.
Spare
my
horse.
money!
No, spare horse.
Well, we never told the guy at the stables that we sell him live horses.
It's alright, that's the only horse we actually named, so I feel the worst about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, Nicole brought up an interesting point. We're just going to change that horse's name to Glue.
No, yeah.
This is a new horse, parentheses
Old
2, new
Bluey.
horse, parentheses 3.
Old Bluey and dog food.
Elbow.
Alpha.
Alpo.
Elpo glue-worthy.
Very sad.
Rip.
Rip. Rip and
Horse
peace.
rip.
Horse rip.
Alright, well then, after the cutscene's over, I guess Jed's just going to try and catch up on foot.
All right.
I imagine you guys, ride ahead a little bit and want me...
Yeah, we leave you for dead. Screw that.
You while you're out in the woods though, you're sort of fumbling around through the dark because obviously being human, you don't see very well in the
Right,
dark.
yeah, true.
And you actually trip over what you determine is a very low headstone. Appear to have stumbled into a small graveyard. And you're taking cover behind headstones the way you do when people are shooting rifles at you. You sort of stumble upon a stone that is upright that says Solomon Dawes on one side.
Does it have dates of birth and death?
It does. Date of birth I didn't write in, but date of death is 1875.
5 years
Shit.
ago.
Wow.
That is very interesting. Can I see any of the other headstones around here? I probably shouldn't linger, huh?
You shouldn't linger, but you can see a bunch of the other headstones. It's various names, dates, things that don't matter
Arch
to you.
Stanton.
Marge Simpson.
Wait, was that the name?
Mod
Good,
flavors.
bad, and the ugly?
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
Alright, well, I take that information with me and I leave before I become a rifle target.
Sounds like a good choice. It's not long before you eclipse the range of this town. They were not ready to ride after you. That wasn't part of their plan. When you started killing guys and scaring the hell out of them, any part of the plan that was anything like that, they stopped doing. But you do manage to escape, and the music becomes less intense.
I'm proud of myself for
We defeated the music, guys.
defeating 2 enemies with an intimidation check. That was pretty slick.
Yeah, for
Doc
real.
did too, actually. Though you roll a bigger number.
I'm happy for another deception crit.
Yeah, that was a lot of crits.
Decepticrit.
I had
Yeah,
4 crit
Decepticrit.
fails and 6 rolls.
I wouldn't brag about that.
Which is good
That
news
was
for
pretty
us.
good. As a DM, that's what you want, isn't it?
I suppose. Well,
See?
that's what I want.
Don't be
As a
bitch.
player, it's what we want.
Yeah.
You're under arrest for being
So right now we're kind of in a cemetery and it's the safe zone.
He basically stumbled through it himself. He's the only one who was there, and
Oh,
the group
okay.
sort of reconvenes outside of the town limits. And at this point now, you're back on the road. You don't appear to have been followed out of town. And you have most of your horses, except for Spare, who has been left to die. Because he was shot in the head, he was already dead.
So now we're back on the road.
Yes.
When I catch up to you, I'm a little bit out of breath because I'm jogging to try and catch up to the mounted party.
Jedediah, hop on.
And the first thing you see
None
is
of
me
us
pointing
stop.
a gun at you, and then realizing it's you
Yeah.
and pulling it up.
Well, ran into our friend Mr. Dawes.
Wait,
What?
Yeah, funny thing, he's been dead for 5 years. Found his headstone in the woods.
He didn't look too dead when he was
Well,
shooting at you.
Well, that sounds like a serious condition.
Sounds like a
Fatal,
serious
I'd say.
contradiction to me.
So either the man we saw wasn't one of the living, or he lied about his name. Up
Or
until
the-
a few days ago, I would have said it was the latter, not the former, but knowing what I know now, well, things must be different.
There's also no telling if there's actually a body beneath that headstone.
No, I wasn't going to hang around and dig it up.
I don't blame you.
You look very fine for a dead man.
Bit spry, I'd say.
Didn't smell hardly at all. At least, not as much as you, Mr. Blackburn.
I think after you smelled chunks, you've smelled them all.
And
Vote of the night.
there's the title for that episode of the
Yeah, there's your,
podcast.
there's your title. Once you've
That-
smelled chunks, you've smelled them all.
I don't think I like where this is going.
If Temperance laughs at that, then Levi looks very pleased with himself.
All right, let's get going and be gone before they come after us again.
Agreed.
I'll take a ride with whoever's offering. I think you
Yep,
offered.
hop on.
I will share a horse with Levi.
Okay. You are at this point riding through the night. The ride is uneventful, but when you arrive in Redstone, you are exhausted as per the condition.
I thought we were going to Wayne's.
So, a quick...
Yeah.
Wayne's
Here's
World.
the map.
Wayne's
Wayne's
County.
World.
Party on.
Here is Fortune up here. Here is Waynes County down here. In
Okay.
the middle is Hope's
All right,
Landing. We're
sorry.
going to go to Redstone, catch the train back to Hope's
Yep,
Landing.
I
and Redstone.
remember. I missed a detail. My bad.
That's fine.
It's a big map.
Pay attention.
And I've got a big hunger.
Snap it to a Utah.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if
There you go.
if there's a place to stay in Redstone, we definitely need to rest for real.
Yes, and yeah, for reals. Although there's Pinkertons there that are probably out for our
Those
hides.
guys.
Although they were looking for chunks.
They're looking for
And
chunks faster.
we are short one in, as
What?
it were.
Yeah, man.
Well, there was a fancy inn. There's a second inn in there.
Please.
Isn't
There
there?
was a second in. You stayed there the last night, actually.
No, please do. I brought it for that exact purpose. Please do.
All right, yeah. What was the fancy inn name in Redstone? Because it was the rowdy one that burnt down, right?
The Shine's Fine burnt down.
The Shine
Shine
Spine
Spine
burnt
burnt
down.
down.
What was the other one called?
Yeah,
Sounds like a children's nursery rhyme
we
now.
had
The
this
Shine
problem
Spine burnt down.
last time where we forgot to
Yeah.
write down the name
guys
of
are
the
wel-
other tavern.
You guys are welcome to my cider. Please help me finish
Well,
it.
there was the Shine Spine, which
Trying
was
to
like
get
the middle of the road. The Deep Well, I think, was the really, really
The Deep
shitty
Well
one.
was the other one. That's what it was. Yeah.
Well done.
You had rooms at the Deep Well. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kay.
Inspire that woman.
Sure. Here you go.
Again!
I love how easily coerced you are in handing out inspiration.
You're gonna need it.
That's heavy. Shit.
I need it right now.
It's like, that's
see?
a plan. Purple total.
All right, let's
Yeah. Help yourself.
let's go to the deep well and try to get rooms.
I get things in vast quantities.
Oh, actually, do we have cash to pay for a room with, or do we just have fencible goods?
Oh, we have fencible goods.
Yeah.
I have some gold left.
I have-
gold.
I
They're
have
called dollary dues.
yes, you're
21
right,
dollary dues and not fencible goods.
I have some cash left. I can pay for a room if we need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll try to find a fence, maybe in the
Some
morning
point.
or when we get back to Hope's Landing.
Okay. It is a quiet, lonely ride from Fortune back to Redstone. When you arrive, it is very late or early, depending on your preference of 2 a.m., whether that's early or late to you.
Technically, really.
Yeah,
It's like midday for me.
if you say so. But you arrive in Redstone in the evening hours. It is still very dark. It is slightly chill. You may recall it's still the springtime. And the temperatures are dipping now down into the 20s and 30s, so it's pretty cold. And when you arrive in Redstone, the place is, of course, very quiet. Nobody out and about at this hour. It's a small town, and there's no businesses or anything that operate this late. The saloons appear to have catered to the rowdy quickly enough that they've passed out drunk and are not still drinking. And when you arrive, you do see that the only activity is that there appears to be a building that has been commandeered. There's a man standing outside wearing a black bowler hat. He's got a red brocade vest with a black jacket over the front. He's just sort of standing out front. He's got a sidearm, and he's sort of looking around over the town as you are creeping in late at night.
I don't know if anybody said. We all see it.
Yeah, he's not trying to be discreet. He's standing out in front of the building.
Yeah. I'm gonna ride up, probably shoulder to shoulder, or sort of near enough that I can sort of whisper talk to Levi and Doc and Temperance maybe, and say, "You all see the Pinkerton over there?
Yep.
It seems they haven't moved on. Best keep a low profile. Leave as soon as we can.
You want me to do the talking then?
Well, let's see if any talking needs to be done. If we can avoid speaking to the man, I think that'd be best. for
Don't
everybody.
offer any information if Ben's asked for.
How far out are we in Pinkerton?
It's quite a long way.
Mr. Williams, you have that cosmetics kit still on you?
I do indeed.
How much work can you do and how quickly can you do it?
Let's get behind some place. I'll get you fixed up.
All right.
Find a place out of the way. I will lend you my disguise kit. I'm also proficient in it. If you
Yes.
would like me to help you.
Please powder my face.
Give me a roll, please.
What kind of look are we going for?
Just make me look tired, haggard, like a single lady on her own.
All the
And,
single ladies?
If you can, try to hide some of my more unique features. And she pulls back her hair and points out her pointy ear.
Not a problem. All right. So yeah, he's probably at it for about 15 minutes to get a good thorough job in a short time.
Okay.
And,
What was your roll?
I rolled a 13, and I just wanted to make sure that would this be deception?
No, it's you're proficient with the tool set, so
Yes.
you get proficiency bonus.
Plus whatever he tells you.
And
Whatever skill, I guess.
yeah,
If
and
there's a skill.
It's usually a skill check, and your tool allows you to add your proficiency
Right.
bonus to
So
it.
it's at least a 15 right now.
yeah, and creative endeavors I think usually are tied into intelligence. So I'm going to call it an intelligence-based disguise check roll.
Okay. So that's 16.
That's quite good. He does good work.
And there you are. Show your mirror.
Thank you very much, and I will. I'll hand you $10 for the trouble.
Smiles at you.
That's some bank.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your plan exactly?
I just don't want to look like Temperance Allendale right now, Mr. Williams.
All right. You going to talk to him first, then?
Well, we're going to try to not talk to him at all if we can afford it.
Yeah.
If he does talk to us.
What do I know? I'm just a lady traveler out here. I met some fine men on the road who saw me through to Redstone.
Yes, exactly, and we're on a great hurry. If you wouldn't mind, we need to let us go. I'll play off with you.
All right. So
Yeah, for a moment, he's a conspirator with you.
Mhm.
Like you get the sense that he's been in a situation like this before.
Plan A is to avoid. Plan B is to talk your way out.
Yes.
Do you guys want to sort of ride ahead so maybe you can do a little distracting while the rest of us try to skirt around and?
Yes, that's a good. Well, yeah. Once we rejoin you guys.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
big
know
group's
how,
gonna be more obvious than a small one.
I don't know how prolific these Pinkertons are, but
Do-
I'm kind of known in these parts. So if these guys know, if they recognize me, then I'm gonna probably submarine the whole plan. So I'll go with Jedediah.
I was gonna say you two look like a team. Us three. Now, save any disgusted reactions you may have. We're a family. This is our son. It's a,
I don't like this plan
it's
at
a,
all.
Gideon, it's
Gideon,
a story.
you
It's not
hush.
reality.
And I'm gonna
Being
go.
intense sucks.
Now mind your manners, boy.
I'm gonna ride with Jed, bandana up, hat down. Kind of
Yeah.
like just nonchalant.
All right, I guess I'm switching horses.
All right.
I'll ride
Plan
with
A,
you.
Ride with mom.
Oh, him.
dice-wise, if Plan A is to avoid him entirely, I'm going to call for a group stealth roll. Everybody roll stealth.
Oh well, just them, right?
Everybody.
Okay.
Oh.
Everybody.
Everybody.
All the single ladies?
All the single Gideons.
He hears my armor. Well, my armor makes noises.
10.
I got an 18.
10.
20 motherfucking 3.
But I'm not driving a horse.
I got a 2.
See, I don't even know what the word is for
Total
driving a horse.
13.
This two-man team actually
I mean,
has
three, rather. Three.
half as the target for these group checks is at least half the contributors make it.
Uh-huh.
So this team of 2 makes it because Jedediah rolled a 20.
Nice. You saved us.
It's the
Yeah.
20,000th crit of the day.
Yep, I've been counting.
Yeah.
Including your crit fails? Or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. On this side, most of those are my crit fails.
Yeah. Most of the rolls have been crit fails.
Over on this side, though, you are definitely noticed. Yeah, he hears your armor clinking around. Gideon is kind of sticking out like a sore thumb, and the 3 of you ride up through a part that he happens to be watching, and he says, "Over there. Come here and check in."
Me?
Yes.
What is it, sir? We're in a hurry to get to a good place to live.
What
Just
are
to
you
say.
doing in a hurry at 2 o'clock in the damn morning?
Listen, it's been a long night. Is there something you need to talk about with us in the morning? We can give you our names.
No, this is something we can talk about right now. Who are you? Where are you headed? What are you doing?
Well, my name is Cyrus Church. This is my wife and my son.
My name's Eliza. Eliza Church. Sir, I'm awful tired, and the boys gotta get to bed.
He looks at Gideon. Looks back at you. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
Mm-hmm.
Just her or both
Just her.
of us?
12.
You catch his eyes glance to your left hand. And you catch it just long enough to pull your hand away from this line of sight. So you can't see that you're not wearing a band. So Cyrus Church, Eliza. And he pulls out a small notebook and starts writing things
That's
down.
right.
Where are you from?
We came from up north.
From whereabouts? He pulls them out. Milford!
Well, northwest to be exact. Off in the direction of Fortune. Very hostile environment. I had to get my family out of there as soon as possible.
You know what's so bad about Fortune?
Are you familiar with the recent religious developments over there?
Nope.
Well, let's just say there has been a church burning, which should have been our first red flag, but then the locals started acting crazy. Fanatically devoted to something. Started swelling with people, more people than the town could handle. Just got filled with prospectors and religious fanatics espousing some new, strange religion. I wanted no part of it. I did not want my son to be corrupted like that. And I could not abide the way they were looking at my wife.
I would like a group deception check.
Oh, yeah!
That's a skill y'all can roll.
Kool-Aid Man burst into the room.
Oh yeah. I wish I could award more inspiration to Josh for that roll.
That was really good, yeah.
Thank you.
You need to roll that. I don't know what you're rolling for.
Oh, you said group.
We're not
Yeah,
there.
It's these three. You two are off the hook.
So is one person making it?
The three of you.
Oh man, I was gonna hope maybe get a help action from one of them because I'm good at this.
That's a negatory ace.
You're
Like a shout from
you're
behind
in
like the alley.
yes.
Yeah, it sucks over there.
They ain't lying!
I got an 18.
22.
Nice.
Can I fuck this up?
Yes.
You went two out
No,
of.
no, no, no.
As a technical accuracy, the group check succeeded, but I want to know what you're fucking up.
I'm staring at the guy.
Just creeping out.
I'm just staring. You know, like little kids sometimes do. Staring.
We can cover it. You see, he's already traumatized.
Now, little Bobby, you know it's not right to stare.
Ain't you? I rolled a 5. That's why I'm doing what I'm about to do.
And if may I ask, what is your name? So just your first name.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Aren't you the ones that let Lincoln get shot?
What? the imagination on these boys. Trevor, thank you for keeping watch so late at night. I appreciate you talking to us. I know you just want to keep the place safe. Right now, we just need a warm place and a hot meal and a good rest. And if our presence here is a bother, well, we'll be out shortly.
You keep your gun concealed, right? Mm-hmm. So he looks to Levi, who doesn't carry a gun. He looks to you because yours is concealed, and he waves you along.
Thank you.
Woo! Go for it.
By the way, I do have a list of fake names that
Nice.
I use in situations like.
You find your way to the deep well. Deep well allows you to use your deep pockets to buy a room.
Mine are not.
How much is it?
$6.
$6.
You don't have deep pockets. You have girl pockets. You go back-
Meaning
back-
none. I'm wearing like yoga pants.
Yeah. They've got
God
the little,
bless.
They've got the little slits inside that look like
Over your
pockets,
butt
but
flap
they're not
long
really there.
johns.
Those are the worst.
Yup.
Yeah, you're
Butt flap down all the time.
wearing yoga pants over a union suit.
So you get back, and Doc and I have already purchased a room. We're because I imagine we were sneaking by while this
Yeah.
was happening.
Cuddling up.
Yeah.
They're spooning.
Yeah.
For warmth.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming you guys keep a watch, but the night passes without any major incident. However, the two people who are going to be keeping watch throughout the night maintain their one level of exhaustion while everyone else gets.
Can I not be on watch? I really need a long rest.
You get a short rest,
I still
motherfucker.
can't spend any hit dice, and I lost one last session.
I will take it if I can get a short rest.
You can get a short rest, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we get a long rest.
We need one more volunteer for just short.
I'll take it.
All right. Temperance gets a short rest. Doc gets a short rest.
I
Gideon,
can
Levi, and
stay
Jedediah
up
long
and
rest.
watch myself. I don't need to.
I get new potent.
If you stay up the whole night, you'll take another level of exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
Plus, I've got the disguise kit.
Bad
Would you-
ones.
Yeah,
It's good for the enemy.
It is. Alright, full HP and spells. So happy.
Spell.
Hashtag blessed.